Knock? Okay, stop. Hi there.
Hi.
Armando?
Yes.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Come on in.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
Doing all right.
I'm Delia.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
I'll be your counselor, and just wanna see what's going on and see what what we can do for you.
Okay.
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 Let me just clarify some things. First of all, do you have any questions?
No, not right now. I think I'm sure there'll be more later on.
Okay.
Right now, I guess I just want to know what this is. Kind of get the feel for everything.
Okay.
Not usually counseling, so.
All right. Well, the first thing is I'm going to have you fill out some paperwork. I'm just going to kind of give you the basic information. We're going to be filling out some paperwork, which is going to be part of the intake process.
Okay.
And that's just kind of to give me some background on what's going on,
Okay.
and also your family history and stuff like that.
Okay.
One of the next pages is the confidentiality agreement, stating that we abide by the HIPAA rules and that your information won't be shared with anybody
Okay.
unless you deem it to be so.
Okay.
Which is really, really important in this time and day where we have all this internet stuff, so.
Yeah, I understand that.
I want you to feel comfortable with that.
Okay.
Second of all, our hours are 8 to 5, and then we do have a crisis line should you feel that you want to speak to somebody afterwards or
Okay.
during hours that we're not available at the office.
Okay.
And thirdly, the fees are included in the contract, and I understand you're coming through your employee assistance program.
Yes.
So that will cover, I think, about like 6 sessions, and then the rest will be self-pay.
Okay.
But I'll explain to you all that when we do the paperwork,
Okay.
okay? Let's start with, tell me something about yourself and tell me what's going on. And you don't have to get that deep yet, but.
Okay. Well, I mean, the main purpose of me coming here is I'm having a hard time. Me and my wife are going through some problems right now.
Okay.
And like I said before, I don't usually do this. I don't usually go to counseling sessions. I don't really believe in them, but this is kind of like my last resort. Kind of hopefully get some guidance of what to do, because me and my wife have been together for 15 years, and we're just not clicking right now. So.
So you've been together 15 years?
Yes.
Right. And is that you've been married for 15 years, or did you live together before, or?
We lived together for a year, then we got married soon after.
Okay,
So.
'Cause that's not uncommon, so just to get a feel for what's going on.
Okay.
And so are there any children?
Yes, we have 2 children.
Awesome,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you.
What do you have?
Boy and a girl.
Boy and girl.
Yeah.
And their ages?
6 and 4.
6 and 4, so this must be difficult for them.
It is. It is. We're trying not to include them with everything, all the drama that's going on, but it's. They see that we're not happy. They see what's going on. You can't hide it, and we're at the point now we're almost going to separate, and we don't know what's going to happen with the kids.
Okay.
So.
So, in the near future, with our other sessions, at some point we can incorporate the rest of the family, or we can find them separate counselors and therapists to work with the kids.
Okay.
And then at some point, I'd also like to include your wife. But first of all, we're going to focus on you.
Okay.
And probably do the first 6 sessions with you.
Okay.
And then we'll proceed from there as needed.
Okay.
Do you have any basic questions?
Well, I mean,
questions, period.
Well, how long do the sessions usually last? I'm kind of, like I said, I don't know how long they usually last or anything.
Okay. They usually last an hour.
Okay.
I do take a lunch break, but I have the hours set from about 8:15 and I take a 15-minute break in between times and then get my next appointment. The first one is usually, I like to make it about an hour and a half because there's so much paperwork. So, we're not going to go into the counseling session per se right now.
Okay.
Because of the paperwork, and I just want to get some background and kind of feel where you're at.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, that was my main concern, because I worry about just how long everything's going to take, and I would like to incorporate my family at some point too.
Okay.
That is important to me.
Of course.
So.
Yeah. And as far as so you've considered divorce, you're considering divorce?
We're considering it right now. Like I said, there's just a lot of tension,
Yeah.
and
may I ask, what do you feel is creating the tension? What's kind of like the In a nutshell, what's creating?
Well, we're just not clicking anymore. We're not seeing eye to eye. Like before in our marriage, I just felt that our marriage was so strong because anything that I did, I knew she was going to back me up, completely 100%. And I guess we just have two different views of where to go now. I don't know if it's loss of love or what. It's just kind of confusing to us because we've been together for so long and we just get accustomed to each other. And I think we kind of got to a point where we asked each other, do we really love each other anymore? And it was really scary when you really think about it.
Sure, absolutely.
So,
I think that many times couples, it's not the love that gets lost. It just gets kind of filled with, everything else gets filled with clutter, and then the love is somewhere on the bottom, and many times it isn't, but it's not uncommon what you're experiencing. I mean, I think the majority of couples that I see that come in here, they usually say, I think the love is lost. I just think it's under a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to create a plan and get some tools to find that again.
Okay.
If in fact it's there.
Okay. I hope so.
I'm not going to promise you that it's there.
Yeah.
You know your wife best, and your family situation, but many times it's because we've got so many stresses going on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's the main thing too, is just there's so much stuff going on.
Yeah.
I mean, our finances are all out of whack, and I think there's just a lot of stress in our marriage.
Yeah.
So if we can kind of, I guess, focus just on our marriage part, saving, and I hope this would help. So.
Well, I'll tell you something. The fact that you're here says a lot. The fact that you're willing to discuss and be open about this kind of stuff, it tells a lot. It tells a lot about how much you really want to work at it, and that's already half of the battle. It's
Okay.
just actually saying, you know what, my marriage is falling apart, and I don't know why, but I want to know why, and see what we can salvage from it.
Well, I never looked at it like that, so yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and schedule you for our next appointment.
Okay.
Go ahead and complete the paperwork. If you have any questions, let me know.
Okay.
I'll take you to the lobby, and when you're done, just go ahead and give it to the secretary,
Okay.
and she'll set you up for the next appointment. Okay?
Okay. Thank you for your time.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Yep,
All
nice to
right,
meet you
we'll
too.
work together on this.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks,
All right.
Armando.